What's up?
What's up, guys? Ryan and Tiffany here with Tampa Carey.
Monday night.
We are excited for you to join us on this live stream. We're going to be answering a bunch of questions. We've got a special guest tonight, which is going to be really neat.
Our first special guest.
First special guest. And I heard I think it might be Barack Hussein Obama. Wouldn't that be fascinating? Fascinating. Yeah. Make sure you guys share the live stream. Do you have the comments, Tiffany, so we can see who is on here? Or are you still working?
I was putting that link there, but there we go.
So what's up, Carlos from Cape Coral? Zach, you got to make it really big, Tiff, so I can see everything.
I'm working on it, honey. I'm working on it.
Okay, Andrew, what's up? MTB Wolf from Lakeland. What is up?
Tyler
Jason
and Randall.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Another exciting Monday.
Ooh, we have Mike, or who was it? It went by.
Michael
Somebody
from Valrico. Nice.
Yep, so we're in here.
You didn't happen to see me flying down Highway 60 today, did you, Michael?
Were you?
When you were following me, I was expecting you at Kane's Furniture to be like you were driving like a bat out of hell.
You were, but I was kind of driving like that too.
Yeah, I was shocked when we got there that you pulled up at the same time as me.
Yeah, no, I was.
I feel like people driving today don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, they have no motivation.
No motivation. Like
driving Miss Daisy, just
you must get paid per hour, and you're like, I'm gonna make this trip last as long as I can possibly.
And when you pass them, do you look over like, who are you and why are you driving so slow?
Especially when I start listening to Rage Against the Machine.
You listen to that?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Are you kidding?
Roll the windows down and I freaking floor it.
After 17 years, you still surprise me.
Rage Against the Machine. I don't listen to.
Isn't that like heavy metal? Like.
Yeah, I've been listening. Tell me in the comments if any of you have listened to the Renegades of Funk.
Really?
It's a dope song. It's dope. Me and Lincoln listen to it every time.
It's all racket to me.
She calls it racket. Like, how old are you?
Racket. I'm 40. Thank you.
40 going on 90.
I like.
Hey, thanks, Marcel. We appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Marcel. I like some of the, the oldies. Like that's,
no, me and Lincoln are like.
That's the stuff I like. I don't like all this crap.
Yeah, good.
So we'll see if let's see if any of our viewers listen to the crap that.
Cobb is on here. Cobb listens to Slayer.
Hey,
Cobb.
Did you ever say he wasn't on the?
Slow down, Tiff. Cobb sent me some really nice gifts of these challenge coins.
These are like heavy duty ones.
Now, a lot of people don't know this one guy, Mike Murphy, was a Navy SEAL. He was actually killed in Iraq. And Mike Murphy was a freaking badass.
The ones that we had at the store were not this nice, were they? Are these really nice, good ones or no?
Yeah, whatever. These are challenge coins. They're the same.
Oh, I thought they're pretty thick.
Yeah, so Cobb, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for sending these. It was very, very nice. Okay, so let's get our special guest. His name is Scott. Now, because we are such an advanced, technologically live stream.
Very, very advanced.
I only have one pair of headphones, so that's the only way we can hear Scott. So we're going to use a secret thing that me and Tiffany strategized. Go ahead, Tiff.
So we're like, okay, I just won't say anything. And he's like, no, we can do this.
I ordered more headphones, but they just never showed up.
So now we're going to look like a bunch of dummies. Okay. But we're going to be able to hear Scott, right? Are you calling him?
I'm trying to. Let's see if I can get this to work here. Okay. Right. Who thinks this is going to work?
I don't know. Let's see. Can the viewers hear?
They can hear it ringing. Hey, Scott.
Hey.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
What
How are you?
is up?
Another exciting day, buddy.
Hey, Scott, I have a question. Are you watching?
I am watching.
Do we look like a bunch of dummies?
Nope, you don't. And I actually have to say, I jam out to Rage Against the Machine too. So
really,
great minds think alike, Tiffany.
So there's another person just like Ryan out there.
Awesome, you mean? Awesome, highly talented.
Surprise!
Yeah. So, as most of you may not know, this is what Scott looks like after he got out of prison. Scott has a YouTube channel. It is called Drop It Like It's Scott. Now, Scott, Tiffany and I were both kind of debating where you got this name. I think you got this name from that Snoop Dogg song.
And I was thinking it had to do with something like from Michael Scott. So please tell us how you got Drop It Like It's Scott for it's a gun YouTube channel. So
It is. Well, it's neither of those.
Oh,
So
look at
it's,
that. We're both wrong.
I was contemplating on whether or not to start a YouTube channel, and I was sitting in church, and I was after church was done, I went up to one of the pastors of the church and I said, I said, I think about starting a gun YouTube channel. He goes, that's awesome. And I said, but I don't have a name. He's like, Drop It Like It's Scott. I'm like, okay.
See, you even have
That'll
the
work.
kind of tone like the Snoop Dogg song, man. So that pastor is rolling to church listening to Snoop.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I think
But
he is.
he really just came up with that, like just out of nowhere. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, this guy's the pastor of the church is very quick wit, and he can say things very quickly and come up with very comical comments.
And then
So,
you were like, yeah, let's do
like,
it. That's it.
Yeah, you're
Heck
like,
yeah,
it
let's
came
do
from
it.
God. So how long have you been carrying a gun, Scott?
14 years.
Wow.
14. Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. And what kind of gun do you carry?
Right now, I carry the Canik TP9 Elite Subcompact.
Interesting. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Canik. I haven't shot one, I don't think. How do you like it? What do you like most about that gun?
Well, I have 6 of them, so I like it a lot.
Wow.
You have six
Well,
of the same gun?
No. 6 Caniks.
Yeah.
6 of the brand, but I lost them all in a boating accident. So
Oh,
you know,
right.
Yeah, we don't own
Yeah,
guns.
sure.
We hate guns.
So you really like those? Interesting. We
Well,
don't.
you
we
know,
don't own
they're-
any.
They're pretty inexpensive price-wise,
Yep.
but they're super high quality, right?
Yeah, we shot
Yeah,
some
they
right when
are.
We went out.
I don't think I've shot one. I've held it, but I don't know if I've shot
well,
one.
hey, Scott's got property
Well-
and Scott's got 6, so.
yep, we're gonna have to change that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so Chipperman says he carries a Canik TP9 as well.
Yeah, they're great guns, man. They're great.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess we're
awesome.
gonna have to get one and try it out. That's how Ryan is with his Glocks. I mean, he's got like a million.
Yeah, you kind of get to a point where you're just used to one particular gun so much that there's no point in really changing it or trying to move to something different.
Right. I was like that for a while. I carried the Springfield Armory XD9 for about 9 years,
Nice.
and
That's
yeah,
a good
so
gun.
I carried that. And I probably put about 14,000 rounds through it, and it never had an issue whatsoever. And then I got turned on to the Canik series through Century Arms, because I met those guys, Century Arms guys, when I was in Indianapolis for the NRA convention.
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, so they're one of the sponsors of the channel. They hooked me up with really cool deals,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, so I really
Wow,
really
we
like
don't
those
have
guys.
anybody sponsor us.
We got our first sponsor
Can-
tonight, Tiffany.
Can you,
Shut up.
Can you hook us up? Hey, so we
Well,
got
I mean-
Joel just said that he went over and subscribed on your channel. Thanks, Joel. If
Awesome.
anybody wants
Sweet.
to head over there, Drop It Like It's Scott. But just
Yeah, I put a link to his channel in the description.
yeah,
So
watch our
Awesome.
live first. Don't leave our live.
There you go. Say to the wise.
it's about priorities. It's
It's
about priorities.
here, people.
Scott,
That's
tell
it.
everybody really quick, like kind of what your channel is about and what kind of the vibe is.
Well, I do gun range, gun reviews, and I do encouraging thoughts on my Wednesday videos after the video is done. Because, I sat down and I was watching a lot of these gun channels, and, I was sitting with my wife, and I was like, man, I really should do something like this. And she said, well, why don't you do it? I said, well, I want to do something that's just different, that's not just another gun channel. And so I thought about, with my spiritual background, with, being a Christian and Christ follower, I want to leave something with everybody that is purpose driven. So
Sure.
I leave like a scripture based word of encouragement at the end of my Wednesday videos, which is something that really makes it that much more fun for me. And I get to shoot, and I have my own outdoor range, so that makes it even better.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's awesome, man.
Demo Ranch just subscribed to.
Demo
What
Ranch
are we
did,
billing
yep.
him per person that subscribes, or why are
Yeah.
you tracking it like
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was like. No,
Okay.
they're doing a shout out, so
Okay,
they
all right.
want us to know. So I'm recognizing that they know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey Scott, so you mentioned your wife. Ryan and I don't know anything. So tell us. So you've got a wife. What is her name? And do you have kids?
Yes, I have a wife. We've been married. We just hit 24 years in January.
Holy
Wow.
man,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so
you
I
guys
got a
have got something figured out there.
Yeah, well, she's put up with me for a long time, so we're good.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. It's really people seem to just get divorced really easily today. It's very hard to be married for that long, 24 years. That's a big deal.
Ryan and I are at like what, 16,
14 or
together,
15 or
17,
something.
Yeah, and we decided the other day that, you know, we don't want to do this over again. We kind of just started figuring each other out. We figured out each other's like ups and downs, and we're
and when I need to just get left alone.
Yeah,
right.
And we've kind of just got into that, you know, grooves. We're like, dude, would you want to start over? No. Heck
no.
No.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely good, and you know, communication is for us. It's the main thing. Is you don't have any secrets. Make sure everybody is on.
So
on
you don't like
with,
buy suppressors without her knowing it?
I've never bought a suppressor. I don't own any suppressors.
So there we go, Ryan. We learned something new today.
Well, she doesn't pay attention to what I do gun wise, because I'll buy, sell, trade. You know.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't come out of the direct general budget.
Yeah.
It's just do what I need to do.
It's your he money. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How come I don't have he money?
Because you don't get any. So, David, ask me at 24 years. Okay, we're only. At
That's it. I gotta wait till
like
it's 24.
16 years right now.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so how many kids do you have, Scott?
I have two boys, one 14 and one 10.
Okay, and are they into guns?
Mr. T says, "Why do you have this basement preacher on?" This is just my buddy, Mr. T, so we're trying to grow his YouTube channel. Hold on.
just chill out, Dr. T. It's Dr. T, not
That's
Mr.
funny.
T.
Whatever.
Wasn't Mr. T like the guy with the gold chain?
Yeah, Mr. T was the greatest.
He was
Mr.
awesome.
T was I pity the fool.
About him.
Yeah, he was the greatest.
I pity the fool. Yeah. So are your boys into guns?
They are. They have shot everything I own.
Very cool. Awesome.
Well, everything I've lost.
Yeah, because we don't own guns. We hate guns.
Correct.
Hey, Scott, we appreciate you, buddy. Make sure you guys head over to Scott's YouTube channel, subscribe. He's got a bunch of stuff. Every Wednesday, you said you post some motivational stuff, right?
Yep, Mondays and Wednesdays. Mondays is 9mm Monday. It's a quick little 2-minute video shooting a 9mm pistol. And then Wednesday is a little bit more in-depth.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. We appreciate you. Head on over to Scott's channel and
buddy.
Subscribe.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, we don't have to hold that. Oh, my elbow is sore. You know when you hold something and then you.
Oh my gosh, my elbow is sore. It was a whole 5 minutes.
Somebody said, wait a minute. I saw in the text. I gave a sneak peek on the text. I gave a sneak peek and said, we are giving away 9mm ammo. You would not believe this.
No, but we're not giving away the entire box of 9mm.
Yeah.
We are just giving away one cartridge
just one
at
bullet.
the end of this live stream. Just one bullet.
No, for real. We are giving this away tonight. And it's funny because this is like gold right now.
Yeah, I would trade one of my children for a case of ammo.
Just keeping it, but I have a feeling that our sponsor's watching.
Yeah, I think so. If you guys have any questions for us, head over to tampacarrylive.com. You can submit your question and we will answer it probably. Okay, so our first question comes from Adam. He says, if your county declares itself a 2A sanctuary, realistically, how much should we trust that in the event of Fed passing an unconstitutional law against Second Amendment? You know, Adam, I think it's really kind of based on those leaders. Now, we're talking about a county, right? That sheriff only has the ability to enforce like a local law, but ATF or DEA can still come in and arrest your ass, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I think some of these states passing like a statewide to Second Amendment sanctuary, it's going to be up to the leaders to really enforce it and make sure the federal government is not coming in and doing shady kind of stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid that we have to have a sanctuary for our rights.
We have to have a law to protect our rights. Like that seems really funny.
That should be the aha moment where you're like, something is wrong here and we need to fix this. Hey, Dr. T, thank you so much. We appreciate you very much. Oh, yeah.
7.65.
Bunker Depot's got eyeballs.
Eyeballs watching.
He's watching me.
Yeah. One bullet. That's all we're given. Okay, Brian says, I'm guessing this isn't Brian that wrote this. My husband is an ex-felon. Oh, okay, I guess. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got confused, guys, for a second. All right.
Calm down.
My husband is an ex-felon. If there is a break-in at our home and he uses my gun for self-defense, will he be charged? We live in California, if that matters. Brian, yeah, probably. There was a story that happened here in Florida where somebody was breaking into the home. The husband, who was a convicted felon, grabbed the wife's home defense gun, shot and killed the bad guy, and that husband is the one that got prosecuted and put into prison because he was not allowed to use a firearm.
Yeah, totally sucks. Stupid. But if you're a prohibited user, you are a prohibited user. It doesn't say you're a prohibited user unless somebody is attacking you or whatever it is. So no matter what, if you're a felon, you're not allowed to. Now,
the good thing about Florida is Florida allows you to get your rights restored as long as it was a non-violent felony. Mm-hmm. I highly doubt the state of California does that kind of stuff because they just seem to want to take every ability to take somebody's rights away as possible. But you may have to look into that.
Hey, look at this. So /537 and then some Japanese Chinese letters says, hey, I'm Japanese. Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for letting us know that you're Japanese.
You want to know, I lived in Southern California in Huntington Beach, and our neighbors right across the street were from Thailand.
Okay.
And I grew up with them, and they were like probably 10 years older than me or 15 years older. So when I was like 10, their kids were getting married, and I used to play basketball with them all the time. So we went to the wedding, and I have never seen, now if you've ever eaten Thai food, it is no freaking joke.
But hot.
I remember my dad getting this whole plate, and he's like, oh, I can handle it. And then he ate it, and I had to sit outside with him as he's like throwing up. And
when we go to the Thai restaurant, they're like, you want hot? Thai hot?
I'm like, no, I want American hot.
American
not Thai
hot, not Thai hot.
I don't need to deal with any of this crap, lady.
Exactly.
All right, Jack says, my girlfriend refuses to give up smoking marijuana despite working in the medical field. I asked her not to do it around me in case I need to different our lives and get drug tested in case it's in a system. Okay, that's very smart. Makes sense. She is not into guns, but she accepts that I am and encourages me in my protection endeavors.
Hang on 1 second. Fisco, however you say your name, no, we did not answer your question yet, so please stay on. You're in the lineup.
Yeah. Okay, so he says, any advice on convincing her to kick the habit? You know, it's her choice.
Yeah.
If she wants to. So, like, I stopped drinking a month and a half ago, whatever. The kids have been asking me to stop drinking for a long time, but I didn't want to stop until I felt like stopping. Mm-hmm. So it's when she makes the decision that that's not what she wants to do anymore, that's when she'll stop. But you can never pressure her or force her.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask her, to do it away from you or whatever it is, outside or wherever. But I mean, you got to kind of just love her and she knows that you want her to quit. You can always offer advice, or not offer advice, offer help. Like, is there anything I can do to help you? Maybe she just needs to be distracted. Maybe she needs to go out, for a walk together.
And despite what anybody thinks, marijuana is very addictive.
Marijuana is very addictive. Ryan and I both used to.
You already said it, so if it's fucking too late now, like, hey, whatever.
Well, I was young. I mean, this is.
Sure. You guys hear the screeching?
This is pre-kids and everything. Listen, since we were talking about preaching and stuff, I mean, I literally, the day that I decided to give God a try.
Tom says, is this the Dr. Phil show? No, this is the Ryan and Tiffany live show.
I was sitting on the couch at 4:30 in the morning, smoking a joint, getting ready to clean the building that I was a caretaker of. And before I went to go waitress, and I flipped on the TV, and Joyce Meyer was on there, who's a popular preacher, and she looked in that camera and said, "Today is the day to change, or you're gonna be like this, years down the road." And I was like, I gotta stop this. So yeah, that was 20 years ago.
If you guys do not have your Florida concealed carry permit yet, click that link down in the description below.
Yes.
We have firearms instructors all across the country, and you can get your permit fast and easy with Carry University.
We will hook you up.
Okay, what was the oh, you said
So wait a minute. So somebody on here, I missed his name now. He says if you think that here, Mr. Akers, marijuana is addicting, try kicking heroin. Good job. Good job getting off of that.
If you got off that, that's crazy, man.
Yep, exactly.
Crazy. Okay, Jay says, do you believe, this is an important question, Tiffany, listen.
Okay.
Do you believe every gun law is an infringement? And if so, will you justify self-defense against a police officer enforcing such laws against you?
Ooh.
What do you think about that?
So, Alex, we have an instructor in Ocala. So there's one right next to you. So if you go to careyuniversity.com, you can select an instructor right in Ocala.
Yeah, so Jay,
So how I feel about that, when I read the question putting it up, I was thinking about, we're talking Bible tonight. I mean, it just keeps coming up, but I was talking about how God said, follow the laws of the land, unless it goes against his word. So I was kind of thinking, like, you can't just break the law and say, there's lots of people that don't get a concealed carry permit, but they concealed carry because they said it's an infringement. I shouldn't have to. However, I don't agree with that. I think that if your state says to get a concealed carry permit, then you should get a permit to carry legally. Otherwise, you become a felon.
and it sure sucks. We have a lot of people come to the class after getting caught without a permit.
A lot.
So here's what I understand. This is a screenshot from the U.S. Supreme Court's Heller versus D.C. decision. And what the Supreme Court says is, like most rights, the Second Amendment is not unlimited. It is not a right to keep and carry any weapon whatsoever in any manner whatsoever or for whatever purpose. And then it goes on to explain that concealed carry provisions have been upheld by the court right from post-ratification. So the Founding Fathers were still alive, and the courts ruled that that they were allowed to pass concealed carry laws. The courts ruled while the Founding Fathers were alive that felons and people with mental health issues should not be allowed to have a gun.
Right.
So I do question why the Second Amendment is the only amendment that says shall not be infringed.
I agree.
I think that's very powerful.
They knew.
They knew that there would be lots of infringements, and I think it's a very complicated answer. Yeah. Now, do I think we should the last part of his question, should we use force against a cop? I think the answer is no. Personally, I think that if it ever gets to that point, it's a sad day for America. It's a bad day for all of us. We do not ever want to shoot anybody in self-defense. We for sure don't ever want to use a gun against a police officer, our military, our law enforcement. I mean, it would be horrific. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one because they are an infringement. It's just there's like proper protocol on how you got to go through it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, 121 gigawatts. So hang on a minute. Let's answer their questions. What are your thoughts on the 1986 Hughes Amend?
I don't know what that is off the top of my head. So 1986 is when the Firearm Owners Protection Act passed. So maybe that's what he's referring to. 1986 Hughes Amendment.
Arian A, yes, marijuana addictive, and so are opioids. Opioids.
Okay, so what he's talking about, the Hughes Amendment, that was the portion of the Firearm Owners Protection Act that banned the new manufacture of machine guns. I think it's stupid. Yeah. I think we should be allowed to own whatever machine guns we want. I think the NFA Act was BS in 1934. I think the Gun Control Act was BS, and it's just lots of doinky little things that they keep doing. And what's funny, if you look at all of these, they pass them with the intent to reduce violence. And none of them have reduced violence.
Right.
Do you want to know what has reduced violence and has proven to reduce violence?
More guns.
And is more guns. More citizens having guns and being trained with guns.
Right.
That is what reduces gun violence. So yeah, that the Firearm Owners Protection Act was passed in 1986. I was only 3 years old, and it was the worst day of my life. Worst day. It was horrible. I hated it.
You're funny.
Okay, so Mark says, I took your concealed carry class. Great class. Why do you say dry fire is so important training? Isn't it better to use live fire training?
Hey, good question.
Okay, Mark, great question. That your child or you are 15 years old and you're just learning how to drive.
We've been there.
You get in the car for your very first time, right? And your mom or dad says, hey, Mark, we're right at this freeway off-ramp. You're going to have to pull onto this on-ramp, and you're going to have to go from 0 to about 40 in just a couple seconds. You're going to have to merge into traffic, and you're going to have to get up to 75, 80 pretty quick, because if you don't,
while checking your mirrors,
we are all going to die. So a responsible parent would never teach their child to drive like that because the risks associated would be extremely high. The amount of stress and pressure that you would be under would be extremely high, and the rewards that you would gain from that are extremely low. Instead, what most parents do, what my parents did, is they brought us to like a big parking lot, like Home Depot in the middle of the night, and then there's no cars, and they said, drive around, and you do like a big figure 8 kind of thing, right, for hours. So
and then you did like the classroom portion, like driver's ed, where you learn the signs, learn how to get on.
Sure.
You know.
So that gives you all the benefits in the world while eliminating the risks associated and the pressure associated with that level of training. Dry fire, many people, when they're learning how to shoot, they go to a gun range with a live gun, they start shooting, but because of the noise, because of the recoil and the pressure and all that stuff, they get very scared. They stop focusing on the fundamentals of shooting, the proper grip, the proper stance, all of that critical stuff, because they're just so emotional and overwhelmed.
Or they don't even know the proper grip or the proper stance.
Which 90% of people don't.
Yeah, exactly.
When in reality, if those people would just practice at home. So we have this student, his name is Hezra. So Hezra, I met him at the range. And I said, hey, man, have you ever shot before? And he said, nope, never shot a gun, just bought this gun, but I've never shot it. And I said, all right, cool. So we went to our normal thing. He shot, and his first 10 shots were in a grouping this big.
What's funny is this is like 2 years ago, and you still remember his name after all your students.
It's a unique name, and it was such a big deal because I remember he set the gun down and looked at me.
Like,
and I
how'd
said,
I do?
Yeah, I said, I'm really sorry, Hezra. I thought you said you've never shot before. And he said, no, this is my first time. I said, well, how the hell did you do that? And he said, well, I signed up for your beginner's guide to firearms course, and I've been doing all of the dry fire drills that you told me to do. I do it every day for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap. I think he was probably one of the first students that actually did everything I said to do.
Only one ever.
No, we've had lots since then.
Okay.
So that is the purpose, Mark. It's that dry weapons handling allows you to build a firm foundation of firearm shooting fundamentals without the risks associated with shooting.
Yeah, and I want to say this because we have this girl, nice lady, Renee, that's doing our 21-day dry fire challenge right now. And she's like, you may think I'm crazy, but she's already got her permit or issued or whatever. But she goes, you may think I'm crazy, but I've never shot the gun. And my family thinks I'm crazy and says I just need to go to the range, but she hasn't done anything yet. She hasn't even bought ammunition. But she has her firearm, and she's doing the challenge, and she's learning safety rules. She's learning proper grip, proper stance, proper sight alignment. She's doing all these things before she ever even shoots the gun. And I said, Renee, you are doing it the proper way.
Exactly
this is the way that
should.
Everybody should do it. So now by the time you actually go to the range, you are already going to be 90% ahead of most people that just walk in and do it. And you're going to be safe, which brings me to the point that she then tells me, hey, thank goodness I took this class because apparently she was with a friend and the friend handed her a gun and said it was unloaded.
Because everybody gets shot by an unloaded gun, right?
Exactly. But she knew to keep her finger off the trigger. She knew all the safety rules. So thank God nothing happened. But dry fire, dummy rounds, practicing before you go, live, and especially now with ammo prices.
Yeah,
everybody should be doing it. So anyway, just a side note there.
Hey, Patrick says, do you feel that HR 127 is more of a scare strategy to put through something less severe so people are grateful that it's not as bad as HR 127? That could be true. I don't think they're that smart, frankly. Okay, or do you feel the gun grabbers are showing their hand with HR 127 or going for broke because they control the House, the Senate, and they've got Joe? Yeah, I don't think that they...
I believe in the first one.
Yeah?
I do think that they're doing that, so then we'll compromise more. Like, no, we don't want to do that, but okay, fine, I guess we'll compromise on this.
Sure, you always ask for more, so
Right.
that way you have concessions that you can give away.
Right.
But if you have kept up and paid attention to the bills over the last decade, they always go crazy like this. So that's their goal. Their goal, don't be fooled by them, is to completely remove firearms from the American culture.
Yeah.
And the best way that they're doing that is by demonizing all of us and making us all look like crazy rednecks that just want to shoot and kill people for no reason.
Yep, I agree. So, Facebook user, sorry, we don't see names on here, but when you comment, if you're on Facebook, when you comment, if you put your name, then we'll know who you are, especially when we're doing the giveaway.
Yeah.
But you're asking about a concealed carry class Southwest Florida, go to carryuniversity.com, and we've got partners down there. So you can
There.
We can watch the Ryan's online concealed carry class, and then you just sign up for the live fire, and she can go shoot and get her certificate. So
awesome.
Go ahead.
Any other questions on there?
Yeah, there are some questions. Let's
Okay.
take a little break here. So, let me see here. How does two-way sanctuary state work against federal law? Did you answer that in one of the questions?
Yeah, so Second Amendment sanctuary state, like if we look at, let's talk about the state of Texas or even the state of Missouri for that matter. What those laws say is that no federal employee is allowed to enforce a federal gun law that violates the Second Amendment. So what the state of, I haven't read the state of Missouri, so I'm going to reference the state of Texas. If a ATF agent came to Texas and said, hey, you own an AK-47 that's not registered under some fictitious, assault weapons ban, they would not be allowed to arrest that person, and that ATF agent could be arrested themselves. So that's kind of the idea behind it. Now, how difficult would it be to enforce? I think it would go back and forth. I think it would be the same thing that President Trump did with the immigration sanctuary states. I think the federal government would say, well, fine, if you're not going to do that, we're not going to give you federal funding for schools, or we're not going to give you funding for the road. And it's going to kind of go back and forth, and who knows where it would end.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Can my wife carry a firearm in her car? She still doesn't have her CCP.
Yeah, so as long as the firearm is securely encased or not readily accessible for immediate use. It's important to remember that it's or, not and. So securely encased means the gun can be inside of the glove box, center console, zippered gun bag, or snapped in a hard case. Or the gun can be not readily accessible, which it could be like backseat, the trunk, something of that nature.
Yeah. So Lynn says, what are the chances realistically that a nonviolent felon can currently get their firearms restored? We've
100%.
We've had lots of
it's not
students.
even...
It's just you have to go through the process. But if you fill out the paperwork, I mean, I don't think they really, as long as you're a nonviolent felon, they approve you.
And I don't think it's up to them.
Yeah.
Because I think they have to restore your rights.
Like there's a list of ones
requirements
that they can't, but if you fit into that, it's almost like the
a nonviolent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they have to do it. You just got to go through the paperwork.
Do it, man. Stop.
Yeah.
Do it.
No reason not to.
Yep, exactly. I was looking for bulk ammo. I don't know what area you're in, but Bunker Depot has some.
Yeah, Bunker Depot. Here's the logo right here.
Yeah, Bunker Depot. They're off of 301. So like technically it's Sefner.
Except nowhere near 301. So they're off of
Parsons.
Parsons and MLK.
Parsons. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, next question, sweetheart.
All right. Is this Fred? Fred?
It's Fred, but with a PHR. I've never seen that done before. I was like, Fred, huh?
Yeah.
Changing it up.
Fancy Fred.
Fancy Fred.
So I know you said to be able to have a gun range on your property, you need to have 1 acre per resident. So, Fred, that is not what I said. You have to have 1 acre per residence.
Yes.
So per house, if there's one house, you have to have 1 acre or more.
You know, sometimes you have like a house and then you got a trailer, like, or a guest house in the back. Then you would have to have 2 acres.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully that makes sense.
So that's exactly.
So what are the requirements to build an indoor private range? You know, I really don't know. It's probably the same. And if you're not allowing outside people to come in,
yes,
there probably aren't the EPA restrictions.
Exactly.
But let me tell you, we looked into building a gun range last year. It is a lot. It is not financially worth it, in my opinion.
Yep.
So it's a lot.
It's a lot, but if you're just doing it personal, then that's a little bit different. So Humberto said, we went to Chili's and we got sat at the bar area. If something were to happen, can I use my weapon? So whenever we go to Applebee's, or Chili's, they'll try to sit us in that area and we just say, sorry, we can't sit here. Can we sit on the outside?
I just tell them I am a raging alcoholic.
No. So we just say, sorry, we can't sit here. So we never even take that chance and sit in the bar area. We sit on the outside booths just because you just never know what prosecutor you're going to get. You never know which.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They're very smart. So just imagine you and your family, Humberto, you sat there, you ate, nothing happened in the restaurant, but then as you're leaving, some guy comes up and tries to rob you, so you shoot and kill him. Do you think that state prosecutor who's prosecuting you, are they going to pull the security footage of that Chili's?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
So they're going to pull it. They're going to see that you're sitting in a place that you're not legally allowed to be.
Yeah.
And then the question that they're going to pose in front of you while you're on the jury stand is, are you a law-abiding gun owner? And then you're going to say, yes, I am. I'm a law-abiding gun owner, and this is why. And they're going to say, oh, that's interesting, because you broke the law by sitting in the bar area.
And you
so
check
you just
the box on your concealed carry permit saying that you read Florida Statute 790.
Right. So now you just lied, Mr. Humberto. And then you're going to be like, well, I did, so what it does is it just ruins your credibility with that jury, and now they just discredit everything that you have to say. We don't want to give these people that much evidence. Do what you're supposed to do, or they're going to destroy you with it.
So Lucas said, what's the difference between a gun license and a gun permit? Absolutely nothing in Florida. There's other states where you have to have like a gun permit and then a gun license. But
we call them anti-American states.
Yeah, in Florida, it's all the same. It's a concealed carry license. People ask all the time, do I need a concealed carry license to buy a gun? No, you do not. A concealed carry license is to carry the firearm on your person.
Did you forget what it was called? Because
no, I don't like to say weapon. I don't like to call it a weapon. But when I say concealed weapon permit, because that's what the state calls it, then I say to carry your weapon on you. But it's not a weapon. It's a gun.
This is a weapon.
Shut up. I don't like to call it that. Hey, guys, see, I'll go way over here since Ryan's got the picture over me. We have all these super cool t-shirts available on our website for just $18, all the way from size small to 3XL. They're in navy blue, gray, and black, and they're super awesome. Ryan's tonight, I got to show you this because I designed this again. And I think it's super sweet. So it's Abraham Lincoln.
Tell me if this applies to our society today. Read
Listen
this quote real quick.
And how did Abraham Lincoln know this? Please tell
Dude's
me.
brilliant.
So he said, America will never be destroyed from the outside. If we falter and lose our freedoms, it will be because we destroyed ourselves. Booyah! Mic drop. Abraham Lincoln.
They didn't have mics back then.
Abraham
Random
Lincoln
thick drop.
laid it down. So isn't that true, though? Like, that's what we're doing. We're destroying it from the inside.
Yeah,
like,
that's what's happening, man.
We are breaking down our own things that the founding fathers knew would protect us.
Yeah.
Like, they had all this wisdom. And what's the best way to predict history?
Google it.
Google it. To look back what happened previous. So anyway, go ahead. Here's Frisk. I don't know how to say your name.
Is this Psycho?
Is it Psycho?
Psycho?
No,
I don't know.
That's not how you spell it.
It seems more and more channels are being canceled daily. This is a clip from another channel he follows, Warrior Poet Society. My question is, if they get canceled, do you have a backup plan to keep your videos rolling and keep us viewers connected? Man, perfect timing. We actually have been aggressively uploading videos onto Rumble.
I forgot. I was going to say, hey, everybody, go ahead and send us your email. I forgot to make an email capture.
Yeah, so we are trying to get people's emails so that if it does, because if it disappears, they're not going to be like, hey, you got 60 days and we're turning you off. It's just going to be over.
Yeah.
So we're going to start asking people if you want to be connected with us to give us your email. And that way, if we do get deleted, we can shoot an email to everybody.
Yeah, because we have 70,000 subscribers, and then we have another like almost 10,000 on our Florida Facebook group. Yeah. So, I mean, that would be.
But we're on Rumble. So on Carey University, Tampa Carey's got a few, but we're uploading.
Probably have like 1 subscriber.
I have 3 as of today.
3 subscribers.
3 subscribers on Rumble.
Wow, Ryan, good job. We just moved our videos over there like a day ago, so.
Yeah, our guy's working on it right now. So, great question.
Abe Lincoln was a vampire hunter. Okay.
I saw that movie. I don't think it was real.
Oh, was there a movie about that?
Yeah, it was Abraham Lincoln versus zombies.
Oh, somebody said watch The Simpsons. You know what? I was thinking about The Simpsons the other day. That was a really great show back in the day.
It's still on.
On what? Cable? We don't have cable. It's like on Netflix or something.
TV, the internet.
I was thinking, I watched that as a little kid. I wonder if our kids would like that. Eat my shorts, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Flanders, he was awesome.
I want to punch Flanders in the face.
No, he was doodly dooply.
No.
Somebody said Tiff's Canadian really comes out when she says sorry. Did I say sorry funny?
I don't know. I think you're just freaking weird altogether.
Oh, thank you so much, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. We appreciate you, bud. All right, Ryan says, I am turning 21 soon, and I was wondering, what would you guys suggest to a new concealed carry permit holder onto the scene as far as caliber, carry, all that fun stuff? I'm a big fan of a Glock 19. Love Glock 19s. I think everybody should probably own one. There's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff. Springfield Hellcat is nice. XDs are great.
The SIG 365 is
P3,
pretty sweet.
Yeah, the P365 is awesome.
Really the best thing to do, and Ryan and I tell all the time, like we don't like to say, because Ryan loves Glock, that everybody should own a Glock. He doesn't believe that.
Smart people should.
No, we don't think that everybody should carry a Glock, because what we really truly believe is carry what feels good to you. If that's a Canic, if that's the Hellcat.
If it's an LCP.
If it's an LCP. I mean, whatever works best for you. We all have different lives. We all have different, styles of dress and clothing and stuff. So the point is, have something on you 100% of the time. If you try to carry, a 1911 steel frame, super heavy, and you go, this gun is so heavy, it makes my pants fall down, and when I wear, shorts and stuff, I can't carry it. Well, then that gun is no good for you.
I had to stop carrying my 1911 when I wear leggings because it was pulling them down.
Shut up. So if if you're always wearing like board shorts and, that have the elastic waistband, then you need something like an LCP that you can just put in your pocket and carry 100% of the time, because that's always going to be better than, just once in a while. And I'll tell you what, if the gun is uncomfortable, you won't carry it. You will slowly leave it in the glove box, leave it at home. You'll find excuses to not carry it.
So Dr. T asked, have you ever tried a P80, Ryan? So when I was at Bunker Depot the other day, he had a P80 and I was going to buy it. The only reason I didn't is that I was going to do it whether you were on board or not.
Of course you were, because that's Ryan's MO, in case you guys haven't noticed.
So I was going to buy it if it was a Glock 19 polymer 80, but it was a Glock 43, and I don't need a 43 frame, but I do need a Glock. I actually want to get a Glock 17 polymer 80 in gray, just in case anybody stumbles across one.
Oh, my God.
Let me know without telling Tiffany.
Get over it. Where do we submit our questions? Good question, James. Ryan's going to put it up on the screen. You just go to tampacarrylive.com, and there's a little button there that says submit your question. You can submit your question. You can sign up for text alerts, where we'll send you a text when we're live, and we'll usually post what our giveaway for the next week is on that page as well. But if you go to tampacarrylive.com, submit your questions there.
Okay, Scott says, is it legal to carry in a cigar lounge that serves alcohol and no food?
Hey, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the question, Scott, is what is the primary purpose of being in that area? And I always like to kind of compare it to how are they making money? So how is that cigar, smoke room, whatever, making most of their money? Are they making most of it from selling cigars, or are they making most of the money by selling alcohol? I really can't give you a solid answer here, but that's a requirement.
Because what did they say? How much of the sales?
There is no percentage. It's the majority.
The majority of your sales.
You cannot be.
So you gotta go up and you gotta be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Cigar Man, how many cigars do you sell and how much alcohol do you sell? Like, what's your ratio?"
Pretty much.
And then they tell you we sell more alcohol than we do cigars, and then you go, "Okay."
Yeah. So it's
back.
What I say is it's based on your ability as the permit holder to articulate to the police, the judge, and the jury why you thought that area was more about cigars than it was about alcohol. And then you just got to know when you're kind of riding that gray line, there may be some issues.
I'm going to say you can kind of just go by the name. So if it says bar or lounge or brewery, or then it's probably going to be an alcohol, whatever it is. Like Applebee's bar and grill, but I don't know. We all know that that's a restaurant. Like Applebee's, does that. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Apparently, I'm running this live show with Captain Obvious over here.
Shut up.
Okay. So Scott's got another question. My understanding of Florida's take your gun to work law is that you're protected if your gun is locked in your car, but does this mean you're technically in violation if the gun is kept in an unlocked glove box when you unlock your car to exit the vehicle? No, so if you read in my book or my YouTube videos when I explain this, it never says that the gun has to be locked in a compartment in your car. Right. It just says that you are allowed to have a gun in your car on a business or employer's property. That's it. Yeah. So the status of whether it's locked or unlocked or whatever is irrelevant. It's up to you. You can keep your gun sitting in the glove box, unlocked, with all your windows rolled down and your car doors unlocked if you really wanted to. It's going to get stolen, but legally, I think that's legal.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Sandy. We appreciate that. So Joey says, I think people that go to these cigar lounges probably can afford security services. Just saying, smoke in your back porch. I've never been to one because and it's funny because I smoked for like 15 years, but now I can't stand the smell of smoke. Like even just walking by. When we went to Vegas, the whole thing was ruined. I hated Vegas because of the smell of smoke everywhere. Yeah. Like I felt like I was dying. Ugh. Yeah. So I could never do the cigar lounge.
A little bit
thing.
of cancer never killed anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
Rumble is like a new kind of like video hosting like YouTube.
But it's mostly conservative. Yes. And they are very strict that there is no censorship. So, which is powerful. You heard Donald Trump had an interview that went onto YouTube yesterday and it got deleted right away.
Okay.
So if you're, if we got banned off of YouTube, it will be because of the massive censorship that they're all doing.
Right.
So we need kind of platforms where we're allowed. Listen, I don't care if you want to make a video about abortion and how abortion is great, make your video. Mm-hmm. So I don't agree with it, but you can make your video. I'm not going to watch it, but you have a right to have it up there.
Right.
So that's what Rumble is. You can make your video as long as it's not sexual, no nudity and stuff like that. But any other video, they will not delete it unless you're being evil, like terrorism stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is
and that is the great thing about America is that mindset though, that everybody should be able to have their opinions and not get, pushed down and muffled out because it doesn't fit into their box. Because that's when you get, I don't even know why people would want. Isn't that like the days of Hitler and stuff where they were trying to make everybody have the exact
one
same
opinion,
viewpoint and the same, that's not cool. That's not where we want America to go.
Yeah.
So
Renee says it's kind of like Parler. You're right, except Rumble exists.
Yeah. No, Parler, I don't know. Do you guys know where to actually download the Parler app now? I know it's back up and running, but Ryan can't find it. So. Yeah.
Okay, Sean says, Ryan, how does it feel to be in the doghouse? Okay, nice. Now on to the real question. I live in a condo, and I know Florida law says I can carry on your property. Does that extend to common areas of a condo association? Also, it's gated if that matters. So common area is not your property. So I live in a single-family home. I'm allowed to open carry on my lawn because that is my property. Well, technically, it's the bank's property, but the hallways and the property of your condo, that's shared common area, and you would not be allowed to open carry in those areas.
parlors on desktop. So somebody says no CCW in supermarket. It's a restricted venue.
That's not true. That's
You
nonsense.
You can carry in the...
Yeah, like Publix made a statement, and even Walmart made a statement saying they don't want, guns.
Well,
they don't want open
a lot of people
carry.
take that as like firm though. They say, I know you can't carry a gun in Walmart. I'm like, why? Because they said
why
so.
do I care what Walmart says about it?
It doesn't matter if they say so, because in the state of Florida, depending on where you are, but in the state of Florida, no guns allowed signs hold no weight unless it is one of the prohibited places, federally prohibited places or whatever.
They're
right?
not. So unless it's one of the 15
Here,
prohibited
help me out
places.
here, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very
That's
much
okay.
for saving me. Okay, do you have another question? Because we're
I
almost...
don't.
Okay, look at that.
But if you guys have a question, make sure to visit TampaCarryLive.com. You can ask your question, and we will try to answer it as best we can.
Yeah, we've been doing really good so far. Everybody that has submitted a question, we're able to answer your question on the live. So go ahead and do that.
So somebody says on here, was it Lucas says, are you allowed, is it legal to conceal carry into a supermarket? Yes. So unless it's one of the 15 prohibited places in my book, you are allowed to have a gun there. Even if Publix says they don't want me to have a gun, it is not a law.
Right.
So you cannot stop me. Nobody can ask me. Get lost.
Yeah.
So I carry my gun everywhere I am legally allowed to. When I go grocery shop, I don't go grocery shopping. If I have to pick something up last minute for Tiffany, I have a gun. The only time I don't have a gun is when I drive my daughter to school in the morning, because I'm not allowed to have a gun on school property. But besides that, I have a gun all the time.
Yep, exactly. All right, it's that time, folks. We are going to give away a copy of Ryan's book, Florida Concealed Carry Law. If you want to get a copy of this book, you have to say, oh, somebody said, Tiff, your makeup looks amazing today. I had to put on extra because I was tired. Thank you for noticing. You have to comment Florida Concealed Carry Law in the comments. Ryan will make you do that because apparently that helps. Also, you can buy the book on our website at tampacarry.com.
There's a link in the description up and below.
Yeah, but just tampacarry.com. Also, guys, if you are on Facebook, you need to put Florida Concealed Carry Law, and then you need to put your first and last name because we can't see you. All we can see is Facebook user, so then I can't choose you. So if you're on Facebook...
You got to tell us your name.
I know it looks weird, like my grandma still does this. People that don't know how to use Facebook, they'll make a comment and they'll sign their name. It's like, we know.
I signed a text the other day. I messaged this woman that
Yeah, but she doesn't know who you are because she doesn't have your phone. On Facebook, it says Ryan Thomas, and then it says what you said, and then you say Ryan Thomas. It's funny. So
whatever.
So we're not going to laugh at you for doing that. You got to just...
Okay, so this live stream has been sponsored by Bunker Depot. Now, this is what Kyle, one of the owners...
You tell me how jealous you are of his beard.
I'm jealous. Like, this is...
I know.
Let's see. This is my little boy man beard
So Ryan
that I've been growing for several years now.
Several years because someone told him, like, just let it grow and then don't ever, like, shave it right off. Just, like, trim it.
I think I'm going to do that tattoo thing where they
grow.
tattoo hairs on my face.
Like I did with my eyebrows, microblading. Do you want to get that done?
All over here. I can do that on my chest,
You're
too.
so going to lose your man card if you do that.
Oh, I know. I would never do that.
No.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Please don't.
So anyway, if you guys are looking for some guns, Bunker Depot's got a ton of guns in stock.
They
Glocks,
have a
ARs,
lot
bunch of
of
stuff. Check them out. There's a link to their website right in the description.
Tons of cool ARs. I have to say that. Tons of cool ARs that you won't find anywhere else. They're all like custom and they're like around the $1,000 mark, which is like pre-COVID prices. So if you don't have an AR-15 yet and you need one, go to Bunker Depot. It's definitely worth the drive. They have colored ones. They have skeletonized ones. They have all kinds of cool crap. Lots like upgraded forearms. You're not getting that stupid plastic stock forearm. Like you're getting actual... What?
Nothing. I'm just laughing, listening to you.
You're getting like an actual good...
A real free float handguard.
Aluminum free float handguard.
It's aluminum.
Aluminum free float. Ugh. free float handguard with like M-lock and stuff. Like this is legit good stuff.
It's good stuff. It's not the cheap bait stuff.
That you're getting for, a great price. So, and they probably had what, like 30 on the wall?
They had a lot.
So, I mean, you got a lot to choose from, but there was a cool pink one there. There was a really cool gold and black one. So something that's going to stand out. All right. We got to pick someone here. We got to stop. Tiff's got to stop talking. The story of
I've been saying that my entire life.
Story of my life. Stop talking, Tiff. All right, Bill Keen. Bill, Keen.
Bill's the winner.
You just won. All you need to do is send us an email to winner@tampacarry.com and say, hey, Tiff, it's Bill. Here's my address. I won the book.
So Joey Lee is asking, do they have any AR pistols? Yes, they have a bunch of them.
Yeah, and if not, I mean, Kyle can hook you up. So, I mean, it's super
Now,
awesome.
it's kind of strange that Kyle sells all these guns out of the back of his van. But you'll get over that after the first.
No, it's a really nice shop, and they have a few people there. And what I really liked, because Ryan and I went to a couple gun places. As soon as you walk in, hello, how can I help you? Very friendly. This other place, they put us like in this cow line, and nobody said anything to us. Nobody looked at us. Nobody said anything for over 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. A big gun store, by the way. It starts with an S.
Over 30 minutes, we stood in that freaking line. And
I finally had to stop somebody, and I was like, does anybody work here? Like, what are we doing, man?
Customer service is just...
So tell them about the guy, one of the workers.
Oh, my gosh. Worst. This is nailed on chalkboard. I was cringing. So this lady comes in, and she wants to see a gun. He takes it out of the case. He doesn't clear it for...
Points it right at this woman.
Then he points it at her. Then he holds the gun backwards and it's pointing at another customer. I'm like, oh my gosh. Then he grabs it. He just points down, pulls the trigger without clearing the firearm even one time. So he's pointed it at several people. He's pulled the thing. Then he hands it to her without clearing it. Then she doesn't know what to do with the gun. So she's pointing it at him. She's got her finger on the trigger. She's not clearing it. For like 15 minutes, I was in a freaking panic attack.
So I am a bold person, right? So I was going to just film
Ryan's
it.
like, give me your phone.
Give me your phone. We're going to film some B-roll here.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't even want to mention it, but I'm just saying, like, that was some major amateur crap. And it really...
So here's what's funny. Tiffany brought up this comment. These two women are trying to buy a gun from a man who clearly knows nothing about guns.
Nothing.
From a guy who I probably own 70 guns.
But they probably
This guy probably has one pistol.
If that.
And he's out here trying to tell people what guns to buy by pointing it at them and pulling the trigger. It was shocking.
Ting, exactly. He says, geez, this is why people get shot. Exactly. They get shot because these women don't know anything. Now they're seeing this guy handle the firearm like that. They don't know any better.
And they're just assuming this must be normal, right?
So then they do that. They go home, they load the gun, they got their finger on the trigger, they're waving it around, and what happens? They shoot someone with an unloaded gun and gives all of us a bad name, and then the other side's like...
blames gun owners.
Perfect opportunity to pass a whole bunch of gun laws, right?
That's the face she made when she yelled at me about the suppressor, by the way.
That is no, that face is a lot worse than that. Okay.
One bullet. 9mm bullet.
We have 50 weeks of giveaway in this one. Now, you're going to win a pack of 9mm ammo. Guess what? If you don't own a 9mm, you can sell this baby. Right?
You could.
Yeah, I mean, this is worth quite a bit right now. So if you want to get this, you actually have I'm sorry, everybody who's been commenting 9mm. I actually need you to comment Bunker Depot.
Bunker Depot.
Bunker Depot. I want to see it. I'm going to give you a few seconds there. Ryan put up the logo. We thank Kyle for giving us this, and he gave us a bunch of goodies. So for the next few weeks, we're going to be giving away some stuff from Bunker Depot. So go ahead and comment Bunker Depot. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to do that.
What was the coolest thing you saw inside a bunker?
I really like that Spartan lower. I know that you
cool.
said that I seen it before, but I didn't. I seen the other one, the skull and stuff like that, but I've actually never seen the Spartan. And maybe it's because I'm watching Vikings right now, and I just finished Last Kingdom with Uhtred.
Yeah. So she says to me the other day, she goes, I think I want to have another baby. Well, I've already been circumcised, so if she's having a kid.
Circumcised?
Or no, that happened too. Already had a vasectomy, so if she's having another baby, it's not with me.
So he's like, I don't know, go. I said, can I just walk around and get impregnated? And he said, yeah, go for it. And I said, I'm kind of looking for Uhtred of Bebenberg.
I did not give her permission to just go out and get pregnant.
Actually,
that never happened.
Actually, you did.
Okay, whatever.
You did, and then I smacked you. All right. Let's pick somebody who commented the Bunker Depot. So anyway, guys, go there and check them out. And when you go, tell Kyle that Ryan sent you. Oh, no, tell him that Tiffany sent you. I need some. All right.
I'm wondering why I'm squished all the way over to the side right now and you're in the freaking middle of the screen. That's
because I stole the show tonight. Let's be honest, Rye. People are starting to like me more than they like you.
It's only because you have boobs.
Shush your mouth. Okay, we are going to go with Jeff Tabor, Tabor. Jeff, Tabor. You just won the ammo. Please send me an email to winner@tampacarry.com. I'm going to get 50 emails.
Somebody typed 22 long rifle. They are not paying attention.
All right.
Okay, what's the last thing?
Okay.
Oh, that's it?
No. It's
Okay.
never it. One more thing, guys. Stay on. We got one more giveaway. So we are going to give away a t-shirt. You can pick this one. You can pick that one. You can pick any t-shirt on our website, all the way from small to 3XL. So just comment t-shirt. And then when you win, I'll send you a link to the store. And then you can pick any t-shirt that you want on there. You can pick one for your mom, for your brother, for yourself, whoever
And you
want.
might as well just buy a couple for yourself, support the Second Amendment.
And while you're doing it, support Ryan and I and buy an extra one. Exactly. Good idea. I like that. I like
Teamwork.
that idea. Very good. Woohoo. While we're waiting for everybody to comment t-shirt, I want to thank you to everybody who gave tonight. Ryan and I really, really appreciate you.
Yes.
And we do the live stream. We don't make it.
It actually
money.
costs us. How much do we spend? We spend like
So-
$200 just to send the text message at the beginning.
It costs us a lot of money. So just to send the text every time, it's like $200. And so we don't make any money. So when you support us, we really appreciate it. We just take that money to keep on, doing these lives. So we definitely thank you and appreciate your support. All right. Enough of that mushy stuff. Let's pick somebody here for the t-shirt. So we are going to go with Josmer Cavanjal. Josmer, Jas.
No, they get it. They know their name.
Okay, you know your name? Sorry.
Yeah, they know their name.
So
they
you have
know
like a red car icon. Yeah, that's you. So
the person was like, I don't know if they're talking about me. Oh, red car icon. That's it. That's me.
sometimes I'm a nerd. Anyway, just send us an email to winner@tampacarry, and then you can pick a t-shirt off of our site. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate
you.
ya.
We will see you next Monday night at 7 p.m.
Be safe.